Can you hear me all right? I'm a mess right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Let me just get my stuff together here. What is happening? Why is it doing this? Welcome to my life. You just have to roll with the punches when you're doing a live. But while I figure out my life here and why it's not working, I'd love for you to chat with me in the comments. How's it going? How is life? Actually, why? I must be in the wrong profile. Good Lord. Don't ever go live when you're not prepared. It is a stressful situation. Pardon my mess. Why is my life so messy? That is the question of the day. Let's see. We need a new scene, I think. Scene. Maybe, let's get nerdy. Let's try this one. Let's go, my screen. No? Okay, there's my screen. Bear with me, I promise. I'm an expert. I'm teaching a class on how to go live. No, actually, that's next week. And my computer is like freezing up. So, yay! What's up? Just, trying to figure out my life, trying to figure out why I'm not able to show you my face right now. Why? Okay, that's the wrong camera. The stress. Hi. Hello, welcome. That never happens. I am always prepared, but I have been running around trying to find all my gear because I'm expected to show you guys like my love affair with tripods, ooh, me and this tripod just knocked over the other tripod. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about really quick is last live I watched it. Is it me or is the sound low? It might be the sound is low. I was actually just going to talk to you about the sound. I'm actually going to plug in a lapel today. Right now we're using the Shure, right? This guy. But I think we're going to give me a sec. Let's try a lapel today. I want to give you options. Okay, let's see. Let's see what you think about this one. Does this work better? Hi, we're going to move you away and we're going to move you somewhere in here. Welcome. Last week, it feels so weird not to have a microphone in my face, by the way. Does that sound okay? Does it sound better? I know there's a slight delay, so I'll wait for your answer. But literally I'm having an anxiety attack to not have a mic in my phone. Last week, you guys came in, we talked video marketing, and I watched the video. We did talk about a lapel. I couldn't find my lapel last week. And we watched a video, or I rewatched the video, and I realized because I move around, I did realize that when it's in my face, it sounds fine. And when I'm like over here, it doesn't. So I thought, you know what, maybe for my lives, I should take my own advice and lapel it out. So today we're going to do a lapel. And with that, I think it's a perfect intro to our video today, which is video, short form video. And typically short form video is shot, this mic is my friend, we're all friends here, is shot on your phone, which this is why I was having such tech difficulties. I was trying to connect my Android to my Apple, and it was new software. It was like last minute. And then finally I was like, this isn't working. We're not going to do this. It's just not going to work. So I'm sorry, I can't show you my screen on my phone because that's who I am as a human. But we talked last week a lot about video in general, like more YouTube style videos. There was a lot of advice in general about like why video is so important and why you should use it. I talked about different mics. I talked about lighting and equipment. And I did update my list. If you guys want to see here, I updated my list to the stuff that we're going to specifically be talking about today. So let me share this shopping list. And this just proves that there's like something for everyone. I did try to find really affordable stuff, but we are going to be talking about, let's see, we'll call this gear list. The type of gear I use and that sort of thing. And then like what you actually need and what you don't actually need. So, but I did tell you a story, and the story goes, if you weren't, how many of you were here last week and who wasn't here last week? The story was basically, quick version of it, is when I started in video, I used a Yeti, and I got a lot of complaints about it seeming like I was in an echoey room. And to be fair, I was, in a space that wasn't very good for absorbing sound. But I really did not want a mic in the video. I just never wanted the lapel. I don't like the look of the lapel. And I pushed back and I pushed back, and then finally I got it, and all of a sudden I sounded great, and I've kind of gotten over it. Now I do use the Shure mic when I do my video recordings, and up until last week I was using it for my lives, but it turns out I move around a lot in a live, and every time, the problem with these, and it is the setting, and I realize that there is another setting if you want it to be more wide, and I have it very narrow, that if I'm like this, you can't hear the difference because I don't have this mic on. But if I'm like this, actually I can change it real quick just so you can get a sense for like, how do these different mics. This mic right now is in my face, and it's got just this buttery good sound, right? But what happens if I go over here and I'm like, let me go grab this, and I'm still talking to you? That's a bad experience. So the difference, you hear that difference? Like, doesn't that sound amazing? But then if we do like, back to the lapel. Now we're back on the lapel. Great sound, but now I can like lean over and you still hear me because it's coming with me. Awesome. Yes, you were here. You were here. I love it. I love it. So when it comes to mics, we are going to spend some time on mics today because I do think mics are important. Obviously, I mean, I changed my whole mic setup for you guys today because mics are so important. But when you're using it on your phone, which is where you shoot a lot of your short form video. That's not to say you don't have to, like, you can use a regular camera attached to your computer. I just kind of like the authentic feel of shooting from my phone. I don't know, it's just a different video output, I guess. But when you're using your phone, what kind of equipment should you be thinking about using? So let's start with a mic. Now you can use a lapel. I'm going to show you my screen here to the shopping list. We're going to explore these products together. And I'm not trying to sell you. You guys go buy whatever product you want. This is just an easy list that you can grab whatever you want. So many different price points. Just because it's on my list does not mean you have to use it, right? Oh goodness, what is that? What is it that you're looking at? Wrong camera, that's what it is. Hi. Okay, let's explore these. When you're using your phone, these newer phones don't have a phone jack, right? And that's where something like this, doesn't have to be this one, but that's where something like this is going to be handy. This side over here goes into your, the bottom where you usually plug in. And this one's for an Apple, so make sure if you're using an Android, it's the right one, right? The one on my list is for an Apple. Keep that in mind. I'm an Android user. I can't use this one. But then you could put your jack in there. So if your lapel is like the one I'm wearing, or like the one I have on my list, which is this $10 lapel, then you see here, you will need to plug it in. Yes, phone jack. And if your phone doesn't have that, obviously you're going to need this other little doody dad thing. Okay. So the lapel is probably, I would say, the second most affordable mic that you can get. Why do I say it's the second most affordable? So over here, this lapel is $10. This is actually the most affordable mic you can get. And I know what you're saying, Kelly, the lapel is $10. This one is however much it is, $20? Yes, but that's because I'm not shopping for this on Amazon. Being the shopping crazy woman that I am, always looking for a deal, I bought it on Temu for $4. So I have this. These are great. Honestly, the sound quality is insane on these. And let me show you how it works. I gotta scroll down to see all my comments. Y'all, love you. There it is, the plug. Here's what you plug in. Just plug that little guy in here, just like that. And then okay, I'm getting text messages. And then I'm gonna just turn this on. You're not gonna hear a difference because it's not. But then I would turn, there went the clip. But there I would turn it on and it had a clip that just fell off, and I would clip it just like a lapel, or I would hold it up to my mouth and I would talk. And by the way, the little fuzzy thing fell off in the trip upstairs from my room. But I got two, and I got this for like less than $6. It was like $4.99 on Temu. So like if you use Temu, not everyone should or does, but if you use Temu or Temu, whatever it calls, I think it's called Temu, you can get this for way cheaper. and like solid quality. Highly recommend. Okay. So those are your mic choices. Now, for those of you who want to spend more money, or you have an addiction like I do, I don't know why. Why would you want to spend more money? I have a road addiction. Let's just call it that. There's these guys. Now, this particular set is like $300. And this one is if I am working with a client, I will often use these. Okay, there's all these little boop. And I can actually plug a lapel into this. So I don't have to keep it right up here. I don't have to have this. I can like clip this to my belt, plug in. This is like, we have a receiver and we have the mics and all the stuff. So I could clip it into my belt. This is the receiver. These are the mics. And I could put a lapel right there. And then I can interview people. I can be in a restaurant with a client shooting video for them where they're showing me how they make a recipe or drinks. So this is a little bit higher end, and this is gonna cost you more. Now, I have an addiction. I believe I own 4 sets of these. Don't ask me why I spend so much money on mics. It's like insane. But I have the white one too. Ooh, I don't even think they make this one anymore. Comes with a little fuzzy guy that you could put in here. Helps with, there you go. Let me talk like this? Yeah, okay. I have a mic addiction, and last time I admit it, I have a tripod addiction. But what kind of mic is right for you? Do you need a Rode wireless? No, absolutely not. And actually, I love this comment right here. The Temu mics are so, I ordered them twice, good for beginners like me. I actually prefer this mic, this $4.99 mic. Most of the time I'm using this. Now, if you've been watching my videos that I've been putting out lately, the last couple days I've been doing a series for people who don't, like social media managers who don't want to be on social media anymore, but still need to work. I haven't used any mic. So I'm gonna give you another tip. If you're not gonna use any mic, you need to be aware that your volume, your sound is probably not gonna be as good, but also there are tools to help with that. So I use CapCut. And in CapCut, and again, I wish I could show you my screen, but I had that tech issue. These are the problems with, you know, being a Mac user who is addicted to their iPhone. But what I would do is I would go to CapCut, and there in the editing, there is a voice enhancer that is quite nice. It's quite nice. So I'll use that on occasion. For more casual videos, I don't worry as much. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna show you all these tools, but at the end of the day, I'm a really lazy short form video content creator. So if you wanna see like the last 2 or 3 videos that I put out, go to my Instagram, go to my TikTok. I'm at Stellar247 on both those. Go to my Baby Got Bot content channel. Those are all my latest short form video, and I did not use a mic for any of those. I'm not ashamed to say it. But for you, what is the best mic? Honestly, the Temu mic, or if you don't want Temu, it's 20 bucks on Amazon. These are great mics. I wish they were around back when the only mics that were available were the $300 mics. So really great. And I also think that the lapel is a great option. Obviously, if you like the sound that's coming out right now, then you probably would be a fan of the lapel. And again, the lapel's 10 bucks. So lots of mics to choose from. You're probably not going to use the Shure mic. You're probably not going to go with this as your mic of choice for short form video. This mic is much better for podcast. This is great for podcasting because obviously I'm going to be sitting still, and let's switch back just so again you can hear the difference. Let's do an experiment. Okay, so this is the Shure. So obviously if I'm sitting still, the sound is, I really love this sound. Like I know rewatching last week's video that I moved away from the mic and it didn't sound good, but when I'm on it, I love the clarity of the sound. It's such a good sound. But if I move away, obviously that's a problem. You can't hear me, right? You can't hear me. So what happens if we don't use any mic? Okay, so this is the sound quality you're gonna get if it's just going through my Mac computer. And this is very similar to the sound quality you're gonna get if you go through your mic, your built-in mic on your phone. This isn't it. Why would we do this when very easily we could buy a cheap lapel and we could sound like this? I hope that this sounds different because I don't hear myself. But yes, these are the type of mics that you should be looking at, whether you're using them for live video, podcasting, or short form video or long form video. My recommendation is for all video, a lapel is a great purchase. kind of a universal for short form video. I really like these. They're very compact. I could throw them in my purse, hook them up to my phone as needed. I can hook them up to clients. Again, the clip fell off. There's the clip on this one. So they can clip on, just like the lapel. Sorry, I keep bumping the lapel. And it's a great deal. Great price. So there's no excuse to not have a good or decent mic, honestly. I don't care if any of like the big video people are out there and they're like, I would never buy a Temu mic. I would. I probably have like several sets of these lying about, which is another reason my husband's like, please stop, Kelly, stop. And that leads me to tripods. Here's the other thing. You're going to need a tripod if you're doing short form video from your phone. Because the last thing you want is this like this. You don't want this video. I'm like moving that's the wrong one. You don't want this video. I was moving my computer. You want this like very non-shaky. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I get seasick watching videos sometimes. So what can we use? Well, I showed you I had this cute little tripod. This one's adorbs, and you can get like a nice little holder. Now this one's nice if you are doing it from a desktop. You just need to carry it around. This thing these are separate entities, by the way. They didn't come together. This looks like an iographer. This was a gift from iographer. I did a deal with them, but their stuff is quality and it doesn't cost a lot. Okay, so you see, and then my phone would go here. The problem with this is my phone would be facing this way, which isn't what we want, because in short form video, we want this way. We want to be like this or like this, okay? So the tripod I have on the list, if we refer back to the list, and again, I shared that link with you, is the Amazon tripod. It's this guy, and it's $25. Yes, there is a cheaper one. Don't buy the cheaper one. Invest in a good tripod, and trust me, I am the queen of tripods. I own 2 of these, this exact one. This is look, I'm literally showing you the exact one I just showed you on Amazon that's on my list. $25.99. This thing's a beast. I've had this for 7 years probably. I had it in California when I lived there, so it's been a while. And I have on top of it, this did not come with it. You have to buy this separate. This is an iographer, and I don't think I have this on the list, but there are other ones. But this brand is called Oof. This is so old, I'm about to break it. Let's maybe not mess with that. But this is an iographer setup, and you can see how it bends to the side. And that means, yeah, see Kim, she's like, yes, I have the iographer one, probably the little one. And then that would clip on. I'm not gonna do it, but it would, maybe I will do it. Like this. And you could face, front facing. Some people say it's better to do back facing. I like to look at myself and we're gonna talk about that in a minute, when I do the video, because I wanna make sure I'm framed right. And yes, you can get the back cameras and stuff. I just don't have them. I spend all my money on tripods and mics, so I don't need all the extra stuff, right? So that's another one. This is quite affordable, and it's hefty and sturdy enough to use on a regular camera, which I told you I have 2. The other one is connected to my tripod right now. Like, that has the camera that I'm pointing at where you were getting my face. So that one is holding a beast of a camera and my very hefty, whatchamacall that thing, teleprompter. Here's another one. This thing usually sits in my lounge downstairs because I shoot a lot of video down there. I like the background. And it has this like, I don't know, solid base. It's very heavy. And you can see it has this different like levels. I'm not gonna mess with the levels, but it has all these little doodads. I don't even think you could buy this anymore. It is an Archon, and I'm not sure Archon's around anymore, but I got this on Marketplace for 20 bucks. This thing is like a $90 tripod, but this tripod can not only do, I put my phone there, I can not only shoot my short form video. In fact, this is the tripod I'm using right now for the videos I've been putting out that I told you go check out. This is the one I'm using because it's the perfect height when I'm sitting. And this can also be used, my husband's used it for wiring tutorials where he'll like face the camera down and you could see how he's wiring something. And if I was gonna do like a cooking tutorial, I do like to cook. I have done tutorials on cooking, baking bread, and let me tell you, that's a pain in the butt to record because your kitchen has to be clean. But anyway, I digress. I got this on Marketplace. So you sometimes you can find it resale, and it's worth looking into. So yeah, Kim has the same tripod. She says she uses it for a Canon heavy DSLR camera. It's totally sturdy. Same. I have this guy. This one, the Amazon tripod, is the one I use for my Canon DSLR. That not only does it hold my DSLR, but it holds this very big teleprompter. I have a huge teleprompter. It's like old school. All right, so we've covered tripods. Why tripods? I'm sure you can guess. The tripods are fighting. You need a sturdy place to put your phone. You need to be hands-free, okay? Like if you're an Italian and you want to talk with your hands. I'm not Italian, but I'm married to, I've been married into the Italian family. We like to talk with our hands, right? You want some coffee? You got to have your hands free, but also it gets a little shaky. We don't want that. So tripods are very important. At this point, you've spent less than $50. And that's really all you need. You don't need lighting. We talked about lighting last week. You can just get into a sunny spot. The videos that I've been sharing, again, you could go look at for reference on my Instagram is probably the easiest to find at Stellar247. You can see that I'm not using any lighting. I can actually adjust that lighting temperature, if you will, in my editing app. But you also notice the one I did this morning, I really wanted to sit on my couch and I have windows behind me and it creates kind of a glare. It's a little annoying, but I just really wanted to sit on my couch. Sometimes I just don't care about the rules, okay? I have the rules, I teach the rules. Sometimes you can break the rules, okay? I'm just saying, I'm gonna teach you all these things and then you gotta make it your own, no pressure. Okay, you gotta have a mic, you gotta have a tripod. Probably the most important thing of a short form video is a tripod, honestly. What's the next thing? Lighting. You don't have to buy lighting, but you can. Maybe you live in a dark cave of an apartment. I get it. I live in a dark cave. I mean, if you saw my office, there's no windows. My office is a, a media room. And so I have to have professional lights. Now, I have on the list, I have a couple lights. Neither of them are the ones I'm about to show you because these are not even available anymore. That's how old they are. This is a cube. It's nice because I could take it wherever. And let's see if I can get it. Ooh, it's so bright. But this is cool because I can, oh, hello. I like the lighting. The lighting is nice, but I can add it. Maybe I should turn it off while I'm showing you all the, look, I can change like the brightness and right now it's changing, but I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, see, it's getting less bright. But this cube is rechargeable. I highly recommend you get something rechargeable. And you can see it has this little hole. That's something I can add to a tripod, to my, trying to think, the handle thing that I have in my list. This is when you start getting into this. Now, the thing is, you got to understand, I do work for clients. And so I do need these like extra things. This guy is so clever. So if you are going to start needing like things attached to it, this whole thing attaches to a tripod, and you can see like you have your light and you have your mic if you want. It's a little bit, it's like, how do I pretend to be a professional videographer without spending the money? This, friends, this is how. So that's a really cool tool as well. But you can have these lights. I also have this light. This is a Manfrotto. It was a gift from a client that I got years ago. Let's see, it was like dead earlier, so I don't know if it'll turn on. I might have to unplug it. Let's see. I don't want to like, okay. So there you see, and that also can slide into a little slot on one of those doodads I just showed you. These are nice. They will create nice light if you live in a cave, if you need something to take with you. Lighting is nice. These are the little guys, right? I told you last week you can get a different light setup if you want. Umbrella lights were the first lights that I ever got. It's a $50 set for photographers. Umbrella lights, it takes up a lot of space. Much more than these guys. Just saying. Okay, tripods, absolutely a must. Mics, I'm gonna tell you they're a must, but you can break that rule sometimes. Obviously, you prefer the sound with the mic, right? Lights, yeah, I mean, they're nice to have. You don't want a dark video, but a lot of this can be changed in editing. Those are the Wait, I already said a tripod. A tripod, a mic, and lights. That's the equipment, and a phone. We all have a phone. That's the equipment you need. You've spent less than 50 bucks. And that's if you get all of the things. You don't need the lights. You don't necessarily need a mic. I think you should get a mic, especially if you use Temu. It's only 5 bucks, okay? So when it comes to short form video, really, we need a tripod and our phone. So what do we use to shoot the video? You can just use the camera app on your phone and just go for it. Hey, yeah, blah, 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 right? And like, let me teach you things. Or you could do what I do and you can write a script. And I saw Kim, I think, was like, I have not invested in a teleprompter. It's cool, man. It's cool. I get it. It's a bit of an investment. They can be expensive. There is an app called CapCut. Hopefully it'll still be around here in a minute, right? Let's go, CapCut. I don't know what's going on here. This app that I downloaded to show you my screen is like taking over my phone for a minute. Okay, so I have CapCut and they have a teleprompter feature. And you see, it's kind of hard to see, I know. Oh, look, you can see my tripod. But you see this section up here? This is a teleprompter. And I used ChatGPT to help me write my script. I cleaned it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna push the play button here, and you see it has like a countdown, and then watch the words will move, and I can read the words will be read, and then so it'd be like imagine breaking down language barriers with just one click. With Chatbot Builder AI, that's not just possible, it is easy too. All right, so I'm like reading it, and then I would say, yes, I'm done, and then I would go to editing, and now I'm in the editor, and I can take out any ums and ands and breaths. I can add the, what do you call it? Captions. They have auto captions. Definitely spend some time if you use that, because it never spells Chatbot Builder AI right. It always calls it what does it say? Chatbot or I don't know, it's something wild. But they have these really cool features where you can get some captions. Some of them are free. I used the free version of CapCut for a long time. All right, and you see I'm adding there we go, the captions. And then I can also, this is more for the ladies than for everyone else, but I can also use the AI to make my skin look better. I have actually put AI makeup on. I will go no makeup, and I'll just like go to there's like an AI enhancement, and you can smooth your skin out. You can add makeup if you want. Sometimes I just want it smoother. Just like give me a flawless glow. And it will do that. And if you watch the last couple videos, then you can see my skin is a bit more, now the makeup is mine. I did do my makeup in those videos. I didn't use the AI makeup, but the skin is a bit just like, I like to leave a little, because I am 44 on Monday. Thank you very much. That's my birthday. But I like to, look my age, but maybe a couple years less. That's okay with me. You young folks can see that text. Some of us have a bit challenged with that. Oh yeah, you don't. Yeah, I know. And honestly, I wear glasses, Kim. Like, this is me. This is usually what I have to do. Or I have it like in my face because I can't see far away. It's very hard. And you'll notice even in my YouTube videos lately, I've been wearing my glasses because it's very hard for me to see the teleprompter. Yes, you can make the font bigger. I don't know if you can make the font bigger in CapCut, but honestly, it's like right there because it'd be like, oh, there's me right there. See, I just shot that video this morning. So let's go into the teleprompter. Let's go one shot and I'll show you how we'll just do it. I got all this crap. You see you see what's going on here? Everyone is, okay. I'd be like, this is what it looks like, me in the mornings. You see, I'm pretty close to the camera here, so keep that in mind. What if I told you that creating a chatbot could be your key to connecting with the entire world instantly? Imagine breaking down language barriers with just one click. With Chatbot Builder AI, that's not just possible, it is easy. Instantly, multilingual and powered by OpenAI's GPT-4 Mini, 4.0 Mini, our platform supports over 50 languages, transforming your chatbot into a global communicator. Don't just chat, connect in any language. Start with Chatbot Builder AI today and open your business to the entire world. That was a... a 39-second video. I'm now in editor. I can now edit the video. I think I look pretty good in the thing and stuff. I need to change the lighting. But you see, I was pretty close to the camera because I have trouble seeing it too. But that's how easy it is though. Like I literally just shot a video. So here is my process. We talked about the equipment. I personally use CapCut. I have, before CapCut came along, and if CapCut goes away, when TikTok goes away, I'll be going back to InShot. InShot is another app-based video editor. I have not used InShot in over a year, so I'm not sure what the bells and whistles are, but obviously if CapCut goes away, we have to find new fun editing tools, right? You don't want to just put it on out there. So we have our tools that we talked about, mic, tripod, lights. We talked about the tools that I use to edit. I want to talk to you about the process that I utilize, and I'm going to give you some really important tips on how to do your video, because video on platforms like TikTok is very different than video on platforms like YouTube. It's just a different aesthetic. It's a different editing style. So let's discuss. Okay, so let's see, equipment, editing, process. That's the next one we're going to talk about. Oh my God, thank you so much. It's so sweet. It's the lighting. I appreciate that. Good jeans and a lot of makeup. My process when I'm creating video, if you follow me for any amount of time, you know that I prefer to batch my content. Last week we talked about my long form content and how I sat down and I had basically a 3-day process. Or 2 to 3 day process. So the first day is going to be dedicated to things like my planning, which I should throughout the month be planning. I should be writing down ideas and researching, but then I take some time, usually about 30 minutes, and I'm like, okay, these are all the videos I want to do. Maybe less than 30 minutes. I take all the ideas. I run through all the Facebook groups and the Discord and the chat, and I go through my inspiration tab on YouTube, which I showed you last week, and I'm looking for all the ideas, okay? Then what? Then I go in to ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT for a lot of this, and I'm going to show you my secret weapon. If you are using Chat, use whatever you want. I use Magi as well, which gives me access to all of them, but because I'm a trainer, I have access to all of them anyway. I have this thing called Shorty. There it is, Shorty. It's a GPT I've trained specifically for me to write viral video scripts that are 60-second YouTube shorts. Okay, this is like super short. I built it the way I wanted it, in a specific voice with a specific style in mind. And I really want to add, like, I don't know why it keeps doing that. It keeps showing you the wrong camera. I want to add my face so you can see, because it's like, hey, I'm here. I put makeup on. So this is Shorty. This is my GPT. I've trained it. So I could say something to the effect of, like, what kind of video do we want? I want to do a short video, 60 seconds, that has a strong hook that grabs attention. Oh, it's not doing it. Wrong way. I need to do it here. I would like to do a 60-second or less video that explores 3 main reasons why every AI chatbot agency must start using video in their marketing. Start with a strong hook. Like, if you're not using video in 2025, you might as well just quit your job. Okay, let's see what happens. So it's going to write the script for me. I have already done the work previously to build the GPT. If you have access to ChatGPT or Magi or something like Gemini, even, you could do something similar, then do that. It's going to save you a lot of time. So I'm going to write all my scripts, and then I put them in Google Doc, right? I'm going to take this. I'm going to go put it in a Google Doc. I'm going to edit it based off of, like, how I would want to do it. So let's see. Let's just do it, because you want to see it. I don't like when it does these lines. I usually tell it not to do that, but whatever. You guys get the idea. So many documents. You know, they say that if you have a drive for any amount of time, you probably have thousands of dollars worth of documents and ideas. It's so true though. I do. I really do. All right. No, go away, Gemini. Seriously? There we go. Okay, so you see what I got, okay? So what I do now is I just like delete anything. This is cool though because it does give you some like editing tips. Like the caption here can be, "This is the cold hard truth." I love it. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna keep that caption note though. I like the caption note. All right, so here, and then it's like telling me on screen, fast cuts of dynamic video ads of people scrolling their phones. So when I'm in CapCut, I can add that as the overlay. And it's giving me video tips if you want to use those. Usually though, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just go through. And actually, you know what, to save us time, let me show you another trick. You go away, let's go here. Okay. Now I want you to take that script and put it into a transcript form that I can add to my teleprompter and read off. And that's going to take out like all the mumbo jumbo, right? It's just going to be what I need to talk. All right, so I'm going to put this in a Google Doc. Then I go to my phone because I'm an Android user. I grab the Google Doc, I put it into CapCut's teleprompter, and then do you guys really, you want to see the whole, like, let's just get it done? Okay, let's just get it done. Edit, select all. You guys got me in a goofy ass mood today. I don't know. It's probably because of the way I started this video. It's just embarrassing. I was embarrassed. Okay, so now we're there. So now I'm gonna go into my phone. And we're gonna go to Google Drive. And it should be the last thing that was modified, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna, you see I'm already selecting it on the screen, you could see. All right, and then we're gonna copy. Now you can't see this part because I couldn't get the dang app to connect, but basically here, I'm gonna go to, what did I say? CapCut. And in CapCut, as I mentioned before, there's a place for the teleprompter, for the pro. This is a pro account situation, okay? Don't go buy in the pro account till after probably January 20th to see if we still have access to it, because they are saying that TikTok is gonna go away January 19th. And if that's the case, the same company owns CapCut. It's up in the air whether we'll still have CapCut. All right, so I'm gonna put my thing in here. I'm gonna click done. I'm gonna do it for you so you just see how I get it done. Okay, little me, big me, we're all here. All right, so I have this tripod. I'm gonna put it in the tripod. This is how I would do it if I were doing it for realsies. Typically I like to be, this is too low. This is not gonna work for me. So usually I would be using a tripod that puts it above me, but I can't right now. So I don't like that it's too low. I would never, the point is I would never shoot a video like this, okay? You should be shooting a video that's the tripod should be slightly higher. Now this isn't horrible as I'm looking at it, and this is why I like to look at myself. When you're shooting the video, you're gonna be reading the teleprompter if you're using the teleprompter app. That's fine, read it. But try to keep your eyes towards the top of the screen. If you're not using a teleprompter and you're just shooting a video, but you're using the side where you can see yourself, don't look at yourself. This takes a lot of practice. You got to nail this because, and we talked about this last week, if I'm talking to you like I'm doing right now, it feels like I'm talking to you, right? But if I start looking at myself and I do the whole live broadcast like this because I want to look at myself, do you think that that's a good experience for the viewer? You probably didn't like that. So the same goes for when we're recording. So let me record this to show you how it works. I have not read through this script. I don't even know what it says, but hopefully it's good because usually I read through it. So here goes. Stop what you're doing. If you're not using video in 2025, you might as well quit. Yeah, I said it, and here's why. Reason number 1, engagement. Videos get 10 times more engagement than static posts. Text alone, total snooze fest, but video, it grabs attention in seconds. Think about it. Your audience is scrolling endlessly. What makes them stop? A video, Avi. Simple as that. I'm pausing for a second because it's taking forever and I want to wait. I can edit all this part out, which I will. I usually do a little dance, keep me in it. All right. Reason number 2, trust. Seeing is believing. Videos let your audience see and hear. Videos let your audience see and hear you, making them trust your brand faster than a boring wall of text ever could. Whether it's testimonials, product demos, or even just a quick hello, videos humanize you and your business. So all that mess up, I'm going to edit that in the editing process. All right, here we go again. Reason number 3, conversions. Did someone say cha-ching? Video marketing increases conversion rates by up to 80%. Let that sink in. If you're not just using video, you're leaving serious money on the table. Your competitors are turning viewers into customers, and you're just watching. I think that might be the end. Yeah, that's the end. So I could have a little call to action. All right, so what I'm gonna do is after we're done here today, I will edit this video and I will put it out and you can see like what it looks like in the end, okay? And that was without me even doing an edit on the transcript. Usually I would do a little call to action, like if you want more tips, you know, holler at your girl, comment below. You know, for us chatbot people, what are we doing? We're adding a comment automation. If it's going on Instagram Reels or on Facebook, comment automation. Comment down below your questions and I'm going to send you a DM and we can connect, okay? So utilize your AI chatbot as well. That's huge. Now, while I was doing that, let's see what's up. Oh, we got Charles Mack in the house. What's up? I have to put a marker so I know exactly where my camera is. Yes, I used to put a sticky note that said, with an arrow, that said, look here. And trust me, you'll like figure it out. I've been doing this a long time. I keep wanting to talk through this. It's so natural. I'm not even using that mic. I have the lapel today. I am a natural at this because I've been doing it forever. Those of you who saw my little Easter egg of my first video, you know that it did not start this way, okay? So I used to look off to the over here. Now my biggest issue is when I'm live, I do tend to be all over the place because I get excited that there's people like here with me and it's just a weird world that I live in, but getting better, okay. Now, you'll notice that I messed up. Now, you remember last week, if you were here, I said, if ever you mess up, whether you're using a teleprompter or you're just winging it, pause, start over. It makes your editing easier. You have to have just a micro pause in there. So that pause, if you noticed, I paused, I repeated myself. I actually had to repeat myself 3 times to get it right. That's fine. Even if you have to go back and like scroll up the teleprompter, which trust me, I have done many times, don't stop recording because we can just edit it all out and it's easier to edit one film piece or one video than multiple in one. What's up, VR? Okay, so the process. I have all my ideas and then I go in and I make all the scripts. Now, usually I like to sit down and knock out a couple videos. With short-term videos, I like to do a series. I find series are easier. You don't have to do a series, but it's just a process that works best for me. So right now I'm doing a series because the hot topic right now is number 1, TikTok's going away, maybe, possibly, most likely. And number 2, big changes on the Meta platforms is driving a lot of users to no longer want to utilize it. And the main point there too is like social media managers we're just done. We're just kind of done overall. We're like, we're all tired. I don't want to be anywhere. And so this is like a very hot topic right now. So I'm jumping in on that and I'm doing a series on how do social media managers maintain engagement and content and being visible and active on those social networks for themselves and their clients without actually having to always be there and having the apps on their phone. And as someone who did experience burnout, which we talked about last week, I would rather not have the apps on my phone. I have a full-on addiction to this guy, my phone, full-on addiction, which is why I've taken up crocheting again. Keeps me off my phone. And I do crochet. That is not a joke. I really do. So I'm doing a series on that. So if you could come up with a series, that's like almost the easiest way. So I sat down and I shot like 3 videos. So I had 3 videos right away and that gives me a little time if I want to add more videos to the series. So I would recommend that you sit down, short form video, you saw how quick that was just to do that part. I just do all my scripts, bam, 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 shoot all my videos. I schedule my videos out. I use Agorapulse to schedule all my content. So not everything can be connected to Agorapulse. So when I'm done in CapCut, there's an option to share. So if it's on TikTok, I will just go ahead and upload it to TikTok and then save it in my drafts. And then every day I'm like, boop, 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 or whatever. But TikTok is on Agorapulse, so you could do that as well. Lemon 8, I think, is also owned by the TikTok people, ByteDance, so that's probably going away too. But that's another one that I'll post to. Instagram's connected to Agorapulse, Facebook's connected to Agorapulse, YouTube is connected to Agorapulse. So I can literally take this one video, upload it to Agorapulse, put in my caption, what have you, and then just have it scheduled to go out to wherever it needs to go. And I don't have to even touch the app again for a while. Okay, so I prefer to schedule out a ton or bulk create a ton of video. When I say a ton, I'm doing between 3 and even up to 10 videos in one sitting, and then it's done. If that's not you, I get it. Sometimes it's not me. Then what I would recommend is that you set a time every day if you want to post every day, and it depends on the platform. If you want to be really successful on a site like TikTok, you need to be posting every day. It sounds like a lot. You really should be posting 3 times a day when you start. But how do you do that when you do it every day? So what I do is, like, first thing in the morning, I take my kids to school, I come home, I drink my coffee, I put my face on, I get dressed, and then I go and I sit in my lounge, which is why I told you that this guy right here is usually in my lounge. I have like a little, my formal dining room is now called Lounge Verde, and I have a little couch in there and lots of plants. It's just like my happy place. And my husband and I like to hang out there, have coffee in the morning or cocktails in the evening. But I use it for video a lot of times. I'll go in and I'll just shoot one quick video, boom, 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 get it out, schedule it, whatever I need to do, and then I'm done and I go on with my day. It takes no more than 30 minutes. You get faster at it the more you do it. The point is you have to have some kind of structure for your process. You can't just be like all sporadic. I do recommend that you do more in one sitting because things are going to come up. You're going to be like, every day I can do this. And then the next day someone gets sick, you get sick, or something comes up and you just can't do it. Okay. Or you just don't want to. Okay. It happens. So keep that in mind. I need to take these out. These are my ears when I have to hear what's going on. It's really weird not to be using my mic or my ears right now. I'm not going to lie to you. So that's my process. Okay. Now let's talk about what you should really just be doing. If you're just starting and you're feeling stressed about all the things that we've covered, the lights, the tripods, the mics, the batching, listen, grab your phone and just talk to it, okay? Many of you did the assignment that I had for you last week. Every single video I saw was phenomenal. I thought you all did such a great job. Some of you were not even doing it in your native language, which just blew me away. I was like, wow, wow. I think that one of the best ways to get good on camera is to get on camera, honestly. So that is the thing you have to do. Now that we've talked about the processes and the tools and like what really you just need your phone and shoot a video, okay? Just like talk to it. Let me tell you what is working right now in short form video. And then we'll talk specifically about things you can do as an AI chatbot agency looking to get brand lift and more clients. Let me get some water real quick though, because I've been talking a while. Ooh. Okay. So when it comes to short form video, every platform is going to be a little different. I can tell you that on the TikTok side of things, if TikTok sticks around and you want to get involved in that style of video, and I also think this is probably going to pertain to Reels as well, although Reels is a little bit more like, I don't know, aesthetic. TikTok, like honestly, my most viral videos, I didn't even have makeup on. My hair was in a towel. I was just talking. I was just answering questions. And when it comes to TikTok, and even I'm going to tell you, honestly, the trend in video seems to be less polish, less over editing, although I am definitely a fan of an over edit. Like, honestly, I love all the flashy shit. But sometimes I do think that we sometimes take it too far. And if it's too much for you, then just don't do it. Because I do think there's a lot to be said for videos where you just show up and you answer a question. Honestly, like people just need answers. And I think also when you do that, you're less likely to be like, hey, my name's Kelly and I have 20 years of experience in digital marketing and I've owned my business and more about me, blah, blah, blah. Today we're gonna talk about this. No freaking way. They're gone. Nobody is still listening. Nobody cares that I'm Kelly. They're like, who dis? They just want the answer, okay? So just like jump in, and that's tip number 2. I don't care what kind of video you're doing, but especially short form video, you have to be laser focused on catching attention. So there's this thing called the millennial pause. I don't know, have you heard of the millennial pause? I'm a Zennial, I guess is what they call us. We're like in between the X and the millennial, 1981 baby. And I don't know if it counts as a millennial pause when I do it, but I don't do it anymore. And this you can fix in editing, so don't sweat it if you do it. But let's just pretend I just hit the play button. Hi! That's the millennial pause. That little breath, that little 4 seconds or less, 5 seconds, 2 seconds, that's before the first word that pops out of your mouth is called the millennial pause. That needs to go. You cannot have that. Get rid of it. There is actually a name for it. That's how much people don't like it. Get rid of it. You got to start right away. Do not introduce yourself in the first sentence. Nobody cares. You could do it at the end. Okay? What should you do in the first sentence? You need to grab their attention. What was the script say? I can't even remember what our script said. I kind of liked mine better than theirs, but stop what you're doing. That's a stop. Okay? If I'm in the feed and I need to adjust. We've been sitting too long. How long have I been going live? My goodness, only an hour. If I'm in the feed and I'm like, boop, 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 watching all the videos, and all of a sudden someone's like, stop what you're doing, I might stop. But then that next sentence better be important too. But then also I could go with, if you're a social media manager and you are not doing video, you might as well just quit. So that's another really good, what we call hook. How are you going to get them to stop? How are you going to hook them? You have to really think about those first 2 sentences and then get right into it. And then somewhere in the middle, once you've hooked them and given them a little something, then you can do a little pitch or whatever. Now, if you are a chatbot builder, which I assume you are if you're here, then you should be thinking about doing something like first 2 sentences or hook and catch them, 1 piece of value, and then in the middle, I'm going to say something like, comment down below if the word whatever. You don't even have to do a keyword. It depends on the scenario. Sometimes you're like, just comment and I'm going to send you a message. Sometimes it's comment this if you want this, okay? Or you could save that for the end, but you should be using a chatbot if you can. I don't always use a chatbot because sometimes I'm lazy or I don't need it. But oftentimes if I'm working in the middle of a campaign where I'm thinking through, and by campaign I mean, let's say I have a launch. I'll give you a better example. I had an assignment, for many of you did it last week, which was to do a video of what is your goal. And one of the goals that came up was I want 10 clients in this next year. And I think that's a great goal, by the way. I definitely think it's attainable. But then the question should be, how? How am I going to get these 10 clients? And so if that's a campaign. That's what we're thinking about when I'm thinking about video. It's not just, I'm going to do video. Well, then what? What is the video going to do? Well, I'm going to have a chatbot connected to those videos that's going to lead to a lead magnet that's going to fill my email list or set appointments. And then I can start sending out proposals because I'm doing phone calls with people. And then my goal is to send out, if I want 10 clients, I need to send out 20 proposals this year or 50 proposals, whatever your conversion rate is for your business. And then I will get what I want. So I really need you to start thinking of the pathway, the customer journey. Now, video doesn't always have to be connected to a customer journey. Sometimes you're just putting it out to have your face out there. But when you're an AI chatbot builder, you can have on Facebook and Instagram specifically, we can have the chatbot connected in the comment automation, right? Another thing to think about when you're a chatbot builder is if you don't even want to put your face on there, bro, short form video is great for showing your demos, right? I've done several of these where I have like gone and built a chatbot because I wanted to show, like for instance, earlier I did the short form video script on multilingual chatbots. So I did a little face thing, But then in editing, I also added over that. So you see my face for the first couple seconds because that grabs their attention, right? They see a human. And then it goes into the screen share and they can actually see the chatbot working, not necessarily the back end, but they're seeing like different languages and stuff. I've even done one where I recorded a voice one that gave me an answer in voice. And that was what the video was about. So you don't always have to just do talking heads where you're like, here are my 5 tips for you. You can do demos. And if your goal is to get more clients who want to hire you to build a chatbot, then you need to be thinking through what can your chatbot do for them and demo that and put it in your videos and get them out there. And PS, here is a bonus tip that all of you better be remembering. You better write it down. You better remember it because it's going to save your sanity. Is that, and this goes for all content, not just video, except YouTube. Don't do this on YouTube. But all your short form video, definitely everything on Instagram and Facebook, and absolutely on TikTok, you can absolutely repurpose. And when I say repurpose, you don't even have to edit it. You can literally, here's the Instagram tip. Go to your Instagram account. Everyone's grabbing their phones. And we're gonna go to our Instagram account in a minute. There's my Instagram account, and I'm gonna scroll up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything under this, I can repost. Fair game. Maybe I'll change the caption, but I don't have to edit anything. Download it, re-upload it, whatever. Reuse that video on the same thing on Instagram. After 4 swipes, I'm reposting it, and I'm gonna tell you that sometimes it does better than the first time. And I have used that on TikTok. I have used that on Facebook. For my clients, I will post the same exact content, slightly different caption every month. And sometimes it does better and sometimes it doesn't. But that also, and this is a key thing for those of you, do any of you do social media content for your clients? Like you do social media management, content marketing, and chatbots? That's what I do. This is why I talk about it a lot. When you've been working with a client for a while, let's say I've been working with a client for a year, honestly, by 6 months, I have so much content because I am sprinkling in the old content, generally evergreen. Obviously, you can't do this technique if you're showing old Chatbot Builder AI backend because the backend changes like every day. But there's so many things that you can just repost, and you can mix in with the fresh stuff, obviously. But it's gonna save your sanity. So just like build up a library of content and then you can just keep using it and then sprinkle in the fresh stuff. Now there was a question. Can only stay for 3 minutes, but loved what I just heard. Scroll 4 times and repost, absolutely. Now I use a tool, I mentioned it, called Agorapulse, and this is also handy with that trick. Let me show you. By the way, John, definitely come back and watch. Now, I've been an Agorapulse user forever. And the thing I like about Agorapulse is I don't have to have the meta apps. I don't have to have any of the apps. I literally can come in here and here's all mine. I can post, here's my Instagram, okay? Check this out. So this is not negative, this is positive. All right, so here's the last video I just posted. And you can see here, this person said, I've heard of AI agents, I'm very interested. This isn't negative, by the way. It was positive. So it's basically automatically deciding if the comment is good or bad. And then if you look at the reply, this is my AI agent replying. So she gets an immediate reply, which is cool. But I can go in here and I can reply too. So I can handle it all here. I have several Facebook. I have my Google My Business on here. I have my Facebook. You can see I manage my comments. This is another video that I did. Someone's chatting with me here. Nicole here liked this video. I do a lot of video, I'm not gonna lie, but let me show you what I meant to show you. So we're gonna go to the publishing calendar. I'm gonna show you my my client's thing because he's the one I have, they're the one I have scheduled out forever. So this is their calendar right now. So we're on the 15th. I usually schedule out 2 months in advance. So we're coming to the end of that. So I'll be popping in here and getting more, but I can see everything that's going out on every day. Check this out though. Let's go back I don't know, a couple months. I like this one. Enjoy all year long. Okay. This one is a good one because we're about to have a cold front again. So let me open this post up. It's going to open up here. Give me my stats. Cool, bro. Cool. Look at this. Duplicate the post. It's going to generate the video. It's going to give me this thing here. Cold weather doesn't mean you have to. Okay. Enjoy outdoor space all year long. And we're going to change it up a little bit, even during these super cold days. We're about to get a real big cold front in Texas. So I'm going to do that. And I'm cool with everything else. Perfect. And then I'm going to go to my date time. And we are supposed to get this cold front on like Monday, Tuesday. We're going to do Tuesday. And I'm going to say 3 p.m. That's fine. Okay. So apply and schedule. So I can actually go back in time. Now look, if I go to Tuesday, there's a lot going on here. Enjoy the cold. Enjoy the cold. 4. I just want to make sure it's not double posting. Oh, that's November. Okay, so we're going to go forward to today, and we're going to go to Tuesday. What is today? That would be this day. This right here, 20. Okay, so there it is. There's the post. And see, I had it going out again. So now I know that I have this post going out. So this tool is so insane for helping you to repurpose. This is what I do with my clients. I'll go back and I'll repurpose content. So I always have content going out, and it just makes your life so much easier. Oh, this is all Agora Pulse. Let me put the link in there. I am not an affiliate. They don't even have an affiliate program. I've just been using them for years. AgoraPulse.com. I think it's .com. And they have an app on a phone too. So you can connect. Oh gosh, what can you connect with Agora Pulse? I don't even remember all of them. Let's go look at. This isn't really supposed to be like an Agora Pulse sales pitch, but they have Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn profile and LinkedIn page, your YouTube channel for video, Google My Business profile, TikTok account, Pinterest profile. I need to start using this. I think we talked about this before. No, that was in one of my short form videos I've been coming out with lately. And Threads was recently added. I'm also hoping that they're going to add Blue Sky soon because that's growing in popularity. But you can add all those different profiles. So that's a really great tool if you are bulk creating all your video. So as an AI, by the way, as I wrap this up, put any questions you have. This is your time to shine. We're gonna answer questions here towards the end. So I want you to put any questions you have about video, pop them in right now, or any questions you have for me in general. But don't ask me any chatbot questions though, because when my brain is on one thing, it's very hard for me to switch to another thing. But when you are doing video as a chatbot builder, first of all, I'd recommend you go check out the videos that Chatbot Builder AI puts out. Go to their Instagram. Like we're looking at short form videos, not the long stuff on our YouTube channels. Go to Chatbot Builder AI's Instagram and check out the stuff that we're putting out there. Check out the videos that Asta does. Every Monday he does a video. He's very consistent with it. Do something like that, very consistent. Become that consistent source for whatever it is that you're going to be the expert in, okay? Go look at my videos and you're going to get a taste for the reels that I put out. What am I talking about? Obviously, mine is slightly different than some people's because I do content marketing, my business, Stellar Media Marketing. I don't actually, this is like me just being super honest with you. I don't do chatbot builds for just a standalone for a client. I do them as part of a package with my content marketing and social media, but I do not take on clients just to do chatbot builds unless it is for someone I have built a relationship with. For instance, I've done it for Agora Pulse, the tool I just showed you. That is a company I would do it for. I know that they can afford me. Whoops, there goes my phone. But generally, I refer that business out to, actually, many of you in the community have gotten business that I've referred to you. So go look at the various types. You don't always have to have your face on. Someone was saying they have the face for radio or something like that. I don't know. I think we all believe that, honestly. But I think that there's like this burnout from too shiny, if this makes sense. I don't know if you heard, Meta is one of the things that I think that they're doing that I don't really like, is that they're going to start putting AI avatars accounts on their platforms to help with engagement. And I think we've gone too far. I think when Meta has to put fake accounts, like literally not in real people that look like real people, and I know that there are people that do this. I know we've experimented with just like playing with it, but we also put ourselves out there. That's whatever, you do you. But I think that there is going to be a breaking point, and I think we're very much there, where the everyday person, especially people who want to hire you, they don't want to hire a fake you. They don't want to hire a AI voice. This is why I say use your real voice. Even in our contest that we're doing right now, I wrote the rules for our contest. If you're not familiar, Chatbot Builder AI is currently doing a video contest, and you could win $100, which would pay for all the gear we talked about for sure. Turn that $100 into a lot of money with that gear. Let me tell you, what an investment. But I think that there is a breaking point, but I wrote the rules for the contest, and one of the rules was no AI voices. And I really think that that's important, because when we are building video, when we want to get clients, whoever, if they're here, you wanted 10 clients, don't do video with fake voices. Use your voice at the very minimum if you're doing screen sharing and stuff, and at least try to get your face on camera every once in a while. All right, we do have a question. Is it better to start with short form video or long form video? I think short form video is easier personally, but everyone to each their own, as they say, right? It depends on your skill set and your comfort in front of a camera in general, but I do think that short form video is so much easier than long form video. I personally prefer long form video just because I prefer it. I think that they can both equally bring you business, but I think long form video, at least in my experience, and this is not everyone's experience, but in my experience, long form video has brought me the most money. But I think it's easier to start with short form video. Now, that being said, once you get it down and you start doing long form video, there are tools like Opus AI, for instance, where you could do long form video and turn it into short form video clips, which is great. So that's just even more video. So the process is a bit different, and you could start with one and turn it into everything else. Let me tell you another reason I highly recommend video. And with that, in this case, I do think long form video is going to be the best. This tip I'm about to give you. Let's imagine you put together a video, okay? And I think on my other channel, I released a video on the difference between ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. It was like a comparison video. Talking heads, I didn't show a lot of screen. There's a couple little screen clips. Now, what can I do with that? I can turn that into a couple of clips and put it on the Reels or put it on Shorts. And by the way, on YouTube Shorts, you can connect it, have like a connection to a longer video, which I would. I can have it transcribed, throw the transcription into, let's say, ChatGPT and turn it into a blog, and now I have a blog. I can say to ChatGPT after they turn it into a blog, now I want you to create the captions for 8 slides that I'm going to put on Instagram. Keep them short, and you can say how short. And now it's going to do like 8 tips or 8 slides. And I have a carousel that I can create now. So there's so many things that we can take with one long form video and turn into multiple things. Now you can do that with short form video too. For instance, I'm doing the series right now. So how did I start that process? Slightly different. I start that process with the script, but as you know, if you were here, I use ChatGPT to write the script. Well, from there I can say, now I want you to write the next script and the next script. Well, now I have 3 scripts in one chat, and I'm like, now I want you to take all the chats or all the scripts, combine them and write me a blog. And now I want you to write me a longer video that's like 5 minutes long, explaining all the, like bringing it all together. And now I have a script for a long form video. So I kind of did that one backwards, right? But in that case, I started with the scripts. So there's a lot of ways that you can streamline this to create a lot of content. So I really need you to start thinking of it that way, because I do think when it's easy for me to say like, oh, I create all this content, but because I know it's possible. I do it all the time. I do it for myself. I do it for my clients. I know it's possible. Literally, I am not lying to you when I say that I sit down once a month. The whole day is dedicated to my client, and I create all of their content in one day. All of their content. Now, I don't have to have my face in any of their videos, but I do create video. The client sends me raw video. In fact, today, they're a backyard kitchen company. In our neighborhood, they just finished a project, I'm going to go out and I'm going to shoot my own video. So I have the video they give me. I'm going to shoot video because I have an eye for what I want. Throw it in a CapCut, and I could literally be sitting in my lounge drinking some coffee or tequila, whatever I want, and I'm just in CapCut making, using their templates, making these cute little videos, and I've all of a sudden have 5 videos. So once you get used to what works for you, it's quite easy to create a lot of content. So I spend one day, all their content's done, typically for the entire month, because in Canva, I have their colors, I have their brand, everything's already set up. In Chatbot or ChatGPT, I have a GPT trained to their voice. So literally what I'm doing, I should literally do a training on how I do this exact thing. I'm like giving you guys the secret sauce. But I'm gonna create all the content, schedule it in Agorapulse, they're done. So then next day, the other client. That's all I'm just focused on is that client. Now they're done. I've spent 2 days out of the entire month, both my clients are taken care of. If I have more clients, same process. And then the rest of the month is dedicated to me doing whatever I want. And at least 3 of those days, if not probably 6 that I spread out, are dedicated to my content. Like I've told you how I do my videos. But now I have video, right now I have video for the entire month of January, and some, I think Baby Got Bought, I have video that goes starting in February. So I've given myself time. Because of the burnout that I experienced last year, I have taught myself a lot of discipline in batching, but I'm telling you where the real discipline is not working. Now I realize a lot of you are in the hustle stage of your business where this may not work for you, but if you're a more established business person and you're sick of just hustle, 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 and you want a healthier way of living, I'm telling you, I'm a little off base from video, but this does pertain. Batching, and then force yourself to go do something else. Maybe it is work related. Maybe instead of being dredged down in the content creation and working in the chatbot all the time, everything's done, and now you can go out and you can network. You can go to networking events. You can talk to potential clients. You could spend time on your computer brainstorming with ChatGPT some proposals that you could put out to the local businesses, and how and like maybe work on some demos that are not necessarily paying you now because it's not a client, but are going to pay you down the road. There are so many things you could do with the extra time if you batch your content. Let's see. What if you have a disease that makes it hard to talk? That I can understand. You have to work within, like I said, hello, Mike. I had severe burnout, and I simply cannot allow myself to work all the time like I used to. It's not a disease, but it's something I have to manage. I also have chronic illnesses that I get sick quite often where I cannot work at all, especially if I'm not taking off the time I need to take care of myself. So you have to structure your business however it works for you. If you cannot speak, then use an AI voice, but try to go to like 11 labs and get a voice. I have tested out several voices, and there are voices that are better than others. And then there's some that are just like legit horrible, okay? So there are absolutely tools out there. Like I believe Ryan Baggett just did a live broadcast yesterday doing Snoop Dogg's voice. I bet you it sounded like him, right? There are absolutely ways to use AI to do your voices. But if you have your own voice and you don't have a disability keeping you from using it, I recommend that you use your voice, at least now. In the future, like I've tried using AI to multiply my voice. I don't like the inflection. I don't like the tone. I'm used to hearing myself, I guess. So the point of the story is we all have shit. We all have something. I have immune issues, and I have burnout issues that I work with to keep my mental health and my health in check. I have a very strict system on batching, which allows me so much more freedom and makes me insanely happy, honestly. The amount of free time that I give myself is wild. But I also get a lot done, so don't get it twisted. But I also know a lot of people who have autoimmune diseases, or there are so many reasons for us to do things different. You have to figure out what works for you. But my advice is do not spin your wheels, or do not trick yourself into believing that you're going to stay consistent when you're like, oh, I'll do something today and I'll do something tomorrow and then I'll do. Try to get ahead of your work. Do not procrastinate. Is it better LinkedIn or YouTube to get clients via video content? Why not post in both places? I do. I post video on every platform, and I post it natively. Honestly, both. If you're going to create a video, don't just post it in one place. And I know that the next question to that follow-up, someone might be thinking, well, should you upload it natively to LinkedIn or should you share it from YouTube? Both. Do both. It's very easy to share from YouTube to everything. It's a little harder to upload everywhere, right? But still do it. Still do it. Like if you have the video file, like upload it everywhere, honestly. Yep, there you go. Amazing. 11 Labs is amazing. I actually don't use 11 Labs anymore, simply because I don't need it for my work systems and it was expensive, and I use HeyGen because that's what I'm using. But 11 Labs, I think, is a phenomenal source for quality voices, honestly. All right, are there any other questions? I'll do a real quick recap. Let me get some water. I wasn't joking when I said that if you're not doing video, you might as well quit. How will people know who you are? Video is so important. Don't do this like the cobbler's shoes thing. You know, the saying goes, the cobbler doesn't do all the things. Yes, I have. This is funny, Kim. You must know this. I have a t-shirt actually says #all-the-things because this is a saying that I've been saying for a long time. Do it all. Do everything. If you're gonna take the time to create a video or a content piece, put it everywhere. Why not? Do all the things. #all-the-things. YouTube is a struggle. I am not gonna lie to you, friend. YouTube is honestly the hardest platform. It is a passion project. It is a project in love and sweat and tears and stress. I have owned my Baby Got Bot channel since 2018. And I only have like 14,000 followers because it's so niche and it's wild. I almost killed off the channel because I'm sure you know, if you're here, you probably know that I used to only exclusively do many can't videos. And towards the end, I was getting thousands of views because that company kept growing and like I had established the brand, the algorithm knew my videos, and then I stopped completely for a year because of my burnout. So I didn't post anything, and now I'm posting exclusively with a couple of sprinkled in just like AI general stuff. Exclusively when I talk about chatbots, I'm talking about Chatbot Builder AI, which is of course the best AI chatbot builder on the planet. But because I was only talking about this, and then I took a long break, and now I'm only talking about this, my views have dropped, and it has been so frustrating to go from consistently getting anywhere between like 800 to 2,000 views, which to me seems like a lot, but maybe for other people it's not. And then now I get like 200 to 500 views. It's so frustrating, but you have to love it, honestly. But I will tell you, and I think Asta, shout out to Asta, who just did a training in the Discord on how he edits his videos. But Asta tells a story about how Ryan convinced him, like, go do video. And he said he's gotten clients even though he doesn't have a lot of followers. And the thing I want to stress is whether you're on YouTube or on TikTok or on Instagram Reels or Facebook or LinkedIn, if you get, let's say you get 10 viewers, let's say you get 20 viewers, let's say you get 100 viewers, you cannot feel bad about that, because how often are you in a room with the attention talking about something you do for a living of 10 people? That's huge if you think about it. Like if I get to step into a room and teach a class to 10 people, I'm thrilled. I love that. So I don't even know how many people are here right now, but like I have 23 people watching me live right now. That is such a blessing because I get to help 23 people, okay? I've done lives that have had hundreds of people, but it's still impactful to have 23 people, okay? So you have to be okay with that. And it takes a lot. YouTube is a different beast. Like this is not a YouTube training, trust me. Like we talked a lot about it last week, but like YouTube, there's so many more things that go into it. And I would suggest from the YouTube side, not just talking about video, because I have given you a lot of tips last week and this week on video, but from the YouTube side is go watch a creator called Brian, B-R-I-A-N. I think it's Brian G. Johnson. He's my favorite creator in the space talking about YouTube. He has successfully created multiple YouTube channels in different genres. and he shares a lot of tips that I think are phenomenal. Create time for study. When I started my channel, before I had my burnout, I was obsessed with YouTube. How can I get better? I thought of it like a chess game. Like, how am I going to learn the next move? Like, what can I do to make my videos better? What can I do to learn about, title tags, and what tools can I use, and how should I start doing my descriptions? I was obsessed, and because of that obsession, I made time for education. So I always recommend that if there is something you want to be better at, whether it's chatbots, whether it's your business development, whether it's YouTube marketing or whatever, you need to put it in your calendar that you are spending time learning something new during that time. For me, back in the day, it was every Friday. Every Friday I would not work with clients. It was my development day. I would work on my stuff, my education, my marketing. That was me day. And so I would recommend you do the same. It sounds counterintuitive because you're like, well, I got to go out and get my clients. I got to go out and do this. But giving yourself development days is only going to help you. Let's see. Yeah, YouTube is hard. And focus on what's working for you, honestly. If you open a channel about how to get 100,000 people in 5 days, you'll have plenty of subscribers. Isn't that the truth, though? Hear from a comment on another channel. Helpful tips. There's another comment on another channel? That's crazy. Thank you. That's so great. Yes, Asta is the man. I love his videos. I love his Monday videos, too. I'm always like, how do you do it? He uses CapCut, too, but if you didn't know, he uses a lot of tools, but that one's great. Drop that short, Charles. Okay, so I don't know. What should our homework be this week? I don't know, because I made you guys shoot video last week and not all of you did the assignment. So I don't know how serious you are. Here is your homework assignment. I want you to wait. Give me like an hour. I am going to, there's my husband. I'm going to go, remember the video I shot. If you weren't here on camera, I wrote a script. I put it into CapCut, and it is currently in CapCut getting ready to edit. I'm going to, after I log off, I'm going to edit this video and I'm going to put it on my Instagram. And that's at Stellar247. Let me put the link in here. So go follow me. And in about an hour, your homework is to go watch that video. I can't type and talk at the same time. gram.com/Stellar247. Okay. In about an hour, I want you to go watch this video. Because I want you, for those of you who were here and you watched the process, I want you to see the end result and then just comment on the video that you, like what was, I don't know, what was your favorite thing that you learned today, or a comment from the video that you're about to watch. Whatever it is, comment on the video. But also watch the 2 videos prior to that video too. They're very short, they're under a minute, because I want you to see how, one, I grab your attention, and also, everything I taught you today, I used those processes for those videos. I batched those videos. I used CapCut. I used ChatGPT. I used my tripod. So everything I taught you today, I did on those videos. So give me like 30 minutes. Probably won't take that long. And when you see that new video pop up, go to my Instagram and watch it and comment on it after you watch it. And then you'll also see my AI chatbot will respond to you, because it's hopping over there. But that's your homework. And the reason I want you to do that is not for selfish reasons. Like, honestly, I really don't care about the numbers on that account. It's just a place I post stuff. But I'm doing it because I want you to see the full process. If you were here, you saw how I wrote it. You saw how I put it in my phone, how I spoke it. You saw me mess up. Now I want you to see the end result, okay? What is this? I paid for CapCut on my desktop, but when I try to open it on my phone, it doesn't show the pro plan. It shows a different user ID. I'm trying to get them synced. You know, I had the same problem, and I don't remember how I synced it. Honestly, I think I had to log out of the one on my phone, and I had to go back and log in, and then the one, like, it was confusing. And even now I still have issues with it, but because I do use both of them. I use I use the videos I put on YouTube, I use the desktop version to edit. And as you know, we talked about it last week, and the ones in my phone. But if I had to choose, honestly, between the desktop and the phone, I'd go with the phone, 1,000%, because all of my short form videos for me and my clients, and if it's, you tell me if it makes sense. Would you like me to share a couple of the short form videos, like a couple samples, maybe one, I'm not gonna do one of me doing talking heads because you go to my Instagram for that, but maybe I'll share one that I did for my client. I had a pool client, I have a backyard client that does backyard kitchens, and then I could also do one that I did for Chatbot Builder AI that's more of a screen share, and I could share those in someplace, probably the Facebook group. So if that's helpful, just so you could see, like, and everything basically I did in CapCut, so you can see how the different styles, and actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, like a lot of bulk of the things in CapCut are super annoying, but go look at the templates. There's a lot of inspiration you can pull from other industries. I love the real estate templates or the vlog templates. I do think there's a lot of ideas that I get thinking about, like, how can I use this very aesthetic, like influencer style, but like for chatbots. I think about that a lot. Is Mac GPT the same? I don't know what Mac GPT is, so. Is such a pain. I just use my Mac instead of my phone. Oh, to shoot video. Yeah. I want to try the transcriber thing on my phone, but I want it to be the pro plan, so I need to work that figured out. Yeah, and you know what? What I tell everybody is also, if you can't figure it out, just ask go to customer support. Usually these companies are fairly good at getting back to you. I don't know how I fixed it though, Kim, but I did have the same problem. It was kind of annoying for a while there. All right. My voice is starting to hurt because, as you know, I don't usually go over an hour, and it's been an hour and a half. I hope this was helpful. Man, we covered a lot. And if you missed it, I think you should go back and watch it. But I think we did cover a lot. I hope that you will, if you're a Chatbot Builder AI co-creator, I hope you will submit a video. Just a quick rundown of our... Sorry, I gotta look at this because this looks like something for me. If you have a MacBook, you can't use ChatGPT. You have to use a program called ChatGPT. No, that's not true. I am literally on a Mac. Look, I can prove it to you. ChatGPT on my Mac. So maybe I'm confused. This is ChatGPT on my Mac. Anyway, if you are a co-creator with Chatbot Builder AI, our contest runs through February 5th. Submit a tutorial or a video that discusses Chatbot Builder AI. Post it to a publicly facing platform like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I wouldn't post it to TikTok right now because we don't know if that content's still going to be available come here in about a week. But post it, and then for every time you post a video, there's actually, then you want to take the link and go submit it. And we have submission links that are posted, and just ask Asta. He can help you find it, or I can grab it for you if you want to message me. But Asta he built the flow, by the way. He did a phenomenal job. So great job with that, Asta. But you can submit as many links as you want, and you get a kind of like a raffle ticket. It's not a raffle, but you get like a submission into getting a possible one. We have 10 people that are going to win $100, which will pay more than enough to pay for all of the equipment that we covered, so you can multiply your income with video. Also, if you do a video testimonial for Chatbot Builder AI, you get 2 submission points. So that's kind of cool. And that ends February 5th, and then we'll announce the winners in February. So you have time to do it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Just real quick, before I leave, Simply Blessed Designs. Are you using Safari? And if you are, don't. Like, nobody should use Safari ever. It's just like a horrible, it's not conducive with anything. Use Chrome or anything else but Safari. Okay, we're done. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how fun these are for me, but it's only fun because you're here engaging. I hope this was helpful. Your homework, your mission, if you choose to accept, is in about 30 minutes. Go to my Instagram, watch the video that's going to pop up, and comment. And then you'll be able to see the full process. You saw it the beginning, you saw the middle, you saw me shoot it. I'm going to go edit, and then boom. So I appreciate you. Get out there, get creating, start building, and master video so that you can launch your business and achieve all your goals. And I will catch you next time. Thank you, everyone.